Hi, I'm Ramsin Khachi. I'm the founder and principal of Khachi Design Build and Stone Lab Surfaces. I've been in the design and construction industry for over 25 years. I've decided to do an entire series around my own personal real estate investment. I'll be taking a builder's custom-like home and then taking it to an entirely new level.
Welcome to Bespoke in the Burbs.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 1. Now, Fernbrook is doing a small infill subdivision in West Oakville in the suburbs of Toronto. Now, there's 14 semi-custom homes they're building here, and I'm thinking of grabbing one of them. It's a nice little alcove. You've got a parquet that they're going to put in here, and they've got these 14 homes. I want to take one of these, and I want to see if I can kind of take it to the next level, make it a little bit more bespoke. Now, what's the process going to be? What are my opportunities? What can I do with this thing? That's what this is all about. So I'm hoping you follow me through this journey, maybe learn a few things, have a little bit of fun with me, and then see what the end result is going to be. Now, they've done all the grading, the site's ready to go, they've serviced it, they've marked out all the lots. My thing is, which lot do I want? What's it going to cost? What can I do with it? That's the next step, so let's go and see. So ideally, lot 11 would be the perfect lot, but it faces kind of southeast or east, and so you get a lot of afternoon sun, you get a lot of morning sun. I think it's almost $300,000 more, which that's a big pill to swallow. It ends up being the most expensive house in these 14 lot of homes. Probably not the best investment. We're back in the Fernbrook Sales Center now. This is where I got to decide what lot I'm going to go with and what house is going to go on that lot. Now let's look at the site plan here. You can see that you've got 14 houses in a beautiful alcove that ends over there. You've got a turnabout there, and then they're going to be building a nice little parquet there. So it's going to be a beautiful little community infill site in West Oakville. We had a few houses available. I was looking at lot 8 and lot 10, but while I was deciding, lot 10 went quickly. And this is one of those things, you got to decide quickly. You got to make your decisions because people are wanting to buy things. And then you've got lot 14 available. That's a beautiful lot. You've got southern exposure on the backyard. That's a fantastic lot, but it's got a huge premium, almost 300,000 plus. Like I said before, that's a big pill to swallow. Makes it the most expensive or one of the most expensive in that alcove, which is not a great investment. So you can see that number 8 has a red dot on it. That's because I bought it. So now we got to decide what house. Now we had a few choices of houses that go on that lot, and I really had to base it on the elevation of the house. That's really important to me, although I can alter it a little bit. The floor plan is very important too. So I've decided on a Nantucket. Now this is what's great about working with Fernbrook. Fernbrook allows you to customize the house the way that you want. They encourage that. They want the differentiation between the homes, and they want customers to be happy. That's a great start. Dealing with a builder who offers that opportunity, work with them hand in hand to customize your product. So we're going to take this Nantucket and we're going to cotrify it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make it a lot better. So looking at this elevation, that elevation is gorgeous. I love the copper roof detail, and it's a real copper roof detail that they're going to put on. But more importantly is the floor plan. When you look at this floor plan, I see a lot of potential. You've got a center hall kind of plan here that comes to the back, and the back is wide open. You've got the family room here. I'm going to work with these windows. I'm going to actually relocate this fireplace. This covered area here is almost going to be useless to me, so I'm going to think something different for that. I'm actually looking at improving the garage. I might actually push the garage down here to give a little bit more garage space, because that's always missing in these houses. You can't really fit 2 cars in there because all your stuff, like your lawnmower and everything, is in the way. So having that added paint space will help a lot. This area is good. I want to improve the kitchen and completely change that. And then going up to the next level, you've got 3-4 bedrooms up here. I want to change all this around to improve all that layout. Now they're going to work with me. They're going to allow me to mark up all these drawings to improve the elevations, the interior, and then we're going to see where that takes us, and we go on to the next level. So let's get into the office and start drawing. Before we get into talking about floor plans, let's talk about why I want to buy a house from a builder when I myself build custom homes for people. Well, this is not my forever home, and because of that, it doesn't make sense for me to take all my resources, hire my company, put them there to build a house for me. I lose on this side. Makes more sense for us to keep working, making money, let them build. And that's the main reason, because at the end of the day, regardless of the fact that I may be there for 2-3 years, I will eventually move on, and I have to look at this always from a business perspective. When it comes to selecting a builder, there's a lot to consider. Now, in this scenario, because I do model homes for Fernbrook, we design them, we decorate them, we have a business relationship with them, so I am very familiar with the product they offer and how they offer their services. And that is what attracts me to them, because they're very easy to work with. Their willingness to do whatever the client wants and build what the client wants is what I want. Some builders are very strict. This is what you get, that's it, you can't change anything, and if you want anything extra, you have to pay for it, and you have to pay a lot for it. So when you're selecting your builder, do your homework. Go and see what they're building. Go and see the entire subdivision. Go and see one under construction, and go and see one that is finished if you possibly can. Maybe there's a house for sale in that subdivision. You can get in and actually walk around and see what that house is like. Really important. And maybe even take the time and go look at the decor center. See what finishes are standard. Some builders will start you right down here at nothing and everything you want. You want nice looking tiles? It'll cost you this. You want nice looking floors, it'll cost you more. Everything else is unattractive. That is not what you want. So what I also like about Fernbrook is their standards start right about here. And in this subdivision, they're offering Wolf Sub-Zero appliances and Downsview kitchen cabinets. I mean, that's a great place to start. You get quality products. So really important to know what you're gonna end up with and what all those little extras are gonna cost you. Now, when you're trying to decide where to buy, obviously, everybody has different needs. For me, I like to play in my own backyard. I like to really deal with the market that I'm very familiar with. I know Oakville very well. I've been here almost all my life. So I know the ups and downs. I know where the market's gone, and I know what it's going to hopefully do in the future, or I can at least anticipate based on what I know. And I know what areas do well and what areas don't do well. So that is really critical information. One important thing about buying from a builder is that you get in on ground zero. Right off the bat, when they launch the project, that's when you get in. That is when your potential for growth and making money is the most. Most people are fearful. They're afraid to pull the trigger, so they'll stand back. And the builders know that at the beginning, so the prices are priced to sell. As it starts to happen and the development starts to take shape, the prices start to go up. Inevitably, it always happens as long as the market is healthy. So if you get in on ground zero, you gain all that potential. Another nice thing is when you buy from a builder pre-construction, you put a small deposit, and that small deposit sits there. Yes, it could sit in your bank account and get a little bit of interest, but it can sit there and gain a lot of capital gains over the time it takes for them to build it. And then 2 years goes by, you've made a chunk of money already, and then you buy your house and you can potentially make more. These are really important factors. Now, depending on market conditions, you could be sitting in a really good position. If the market is a little bit tight and the incentive is there on the builder's side, you could ask for a few things. So when you're about to sign the deal, you could turn around and say, hey, listen, any chance you can include the second upgrade in tiles and maybe the second upgrade in cabinetry in the purchase price for me? You don't get if you don't ask. I actually did that when my daughter and my son decided to buy a house themselves for investment and to move into themselves. I encouraged them to do that, and they did, and they ended up getting some upgrades for free included in the purchase price. So again, you don't get unless you ask. Having said all that, I'm really excited to bring you guys this series. It takes so much to take a house from a hole in the ground and make it magazine ready. It's a long road, and I'm going to take you on that journey. You're going to learn so much, from designing spaces, designing cabinetry, considering lighting, furniture layouts, all those elements inside a house, right down to construction details, and like I said, decorating, so that that final reveal becomes spectacular, and I can't wait to bring that to you. Now make sure you subscribe, make sure you invite some of your friends to join us, because you're all gonna learn so much. Next up, in the next episode, I'm gonna take those floor plans and I'm gonna completely rework them to suit my lifestyle, to really make it functional and livable. You're not gonna wanna miss it.